All right, so the Kings win. They get some goals by Martin Jones. They don't get completely embarrassed by the Sharks in the season series. And the game looked good. They played well. Before I talk about the game, I want to give a quick congratulations to Michael Amadio, who picked up his first point as a Senator tonight. He's centering two very good players in Drake Batherson and Tim Stutzla. So he's in a much better position than he ever was here in LA. And hopefully he continues to succeed. I'm a huge Amadio fan, and I want him to, I don't know, prove us wrong and show that a lot of times when you take a guy out of the LA Kings organizations, they kind of reach an offensive level that they didn't have here. And that kind of ties into the whole trade deadline. Our biggest assets that there's reports are going to be on the move. There's talks about deals being made. Athanasiou and Iafallo both get on the board tonight. I don't know if that just increases their trade value and that's good for us, or if it kind of makes people double take a little bit and say, are we sure we want to get rid of them? I still think, you don't go by one game. You go by what is best for the future, and moving those guys will help us in the future. But still, it was nice for them to chip in tonight. Athanasiou had a really, really, really good game. Very noticeable, an assist, a goal. Jeff Carter, who I've talked a lot of, trash on, gets a couple points as well. So thanks for that, Jeff Carter. But I want to talk about Jeff Carter because I'm going to mention him when I talk about the line combos. So the lines changed up tonight. No McDermott, which is a big plus. Olimata's back healthy, and he actually had a pretty good game. He made some good defensive plays. Anybody would have been better than McDermott, but Olimata, he started off rough, but then the hate that he got was pretty unwarranted. He's a very serviceable player and steadied up our defense, which was noticeable tonight. The defense, they let the Sharks get some chances and put some pressure on, but they had a bunch of penalty kills. They were perfect on the penalty kill. Again, that's been a strength all year long for them. And it just worked tonight. The defense was good. The team played well. The goals against, Jonathan Quick just fumbled the first one. That's on him. The second one, kind of another, scrum in the net, and can't really put it on Jonathan Quick, but that was the second goal that they scored. Other than that, though, I do want to talk about the lines kind of tonight and going forward. So we see the return of Gabe Vilardi. I think it was a good move to bring Vilardi back. 2 games, sit, learn, watch. Now he comes back. I don't like where he was put in the lineup. I was also very, very surprised to see Grundstrom benched. I don't understand why Todd McClellan doesn't like Grundstrom. Going back to last year, he just does not like him. And I don't get it, because the best lines this team has been icing for the past month is Grundstrom, Moore, and Jared Anderson-Dolan. And breaking them up, to me, makes no sense. But obviously, Todd McClellan is going to do that. So, in my opinion, if you were to scratch Grundstrom and you're willing to break up the third line that's working so well, and tonight actually kind of turned into a second line, which is, I think, the right move as well, this would be the line that I would go with, or the line combo, sorry. So I think that Gabe Vilardi, putting him on the fourth line, it doesn't help him enough. Gabe Vilardi needs to be playing with high skill players. He needs to be playing with players that are defensively responsible, that understand the Kings system, that understand the game, and kind of have had similar struggles or problems that Gabe has had. So in my opinion, I would like to see him play with Jared Anderson-Dolan and Adrian Kempe, and I would want him on the wing. I think, first of all, Kempe and Anderson-Dolan, they actually have very good chemistry. They play really well together. They kill penalties together, and they're a really good duo on that. But just in general, I think they play similar styles, and Anderson-Dolan's the type of guy who, I've always kind of said that Kempe, a lot of times he's making plays and guys just aren't in the right spot. And Anderson-Dolan's the guy who's in the right spot all the time. And so I want them to play together, and I think that's a perfect combo to put Gabe Velarde on, because when you talk about Gabe Velarde and his struggles right now, it's consistency. Kempe's struggled with consistency his whole career. You know, that kind of gives him someone who can maybe talk to him or relate to him, and just kind of a morale boost of, look, I've gone through these struggles. This is what's helped me. I don't know. I just think that would help. And then Anderson Dolan, he's struggled with some injuries too. He plays a very defensive two-way game, but with a lot of skill. And that's exactly what the Kings want from Velarde. They want Velarde to be more of that Kopitar mold, that guy who can do everything. You put him out there in every situation. And right now, Jared Anderson Dolan is that guy. He's playing like a true two center under an elite player like Kopitar. And so I think Velarde playing with the line next to him can maybe pick some things up, can maybe understand more about positioning and what he needs to do. And like I said, I just think all three guys are very skilled, but they also play good defense. They're strong on the forecheck. I would like to see that happen if you have to break up the third line that was doing so well every time they were playing together. Then when you look down the lineup, Athanasiou would get bumped down to the third line. I would like to see him play with Wagner because it's a lot of speed, and then Blake Lizotte would center that line because Blake Lizotte just knows how to play that kind of grinder game. He knows his role. He can be the guy battling in the corners while, on the defensive end, while, Wagner and Athanasiou can be sprung for offensive fast breaks and odd man rushes. And then the fourth line, you would have Brendan Lemieux. I would put Jeff Carter on fourth line center, and then Trevor Moore would be the fourth line winger. I guess, thinking about it, Trevor Moore could probably replace Austin Wagner, and that's probably a better fit. But that's just my opinion. And then my real opinion, I guess, would be this, where you don't you don't bench Grundstrom. If you break up that line, this is what I would go with. I think Anderson Dolan, like I said, is the 2C. I like him playing with Kempe, and then Athanasiou is playing really well right now. This could be his last game, which is an interesting little thing about this. Same with Iafallo. So these lines might not really matter, but I'm just saying about maybe what I would have done tonight. But you would have Athanasiou, Anderson Dolan, and Kempe, and then Velarde would be centering Trevor Moore and Carl Grundstrom, because Moore and Grundstrom, a lot of chemistry. They work together. They know each other. And it's been a good line. And so you put Gabe Velarde on there to kind of give him some, not protection, but some stability on his wings, guys who aren't going to leave him out to dry, and know how to use a skilled two-way center because they're used to Jared Anderson Dolan. And then that would just make the fourth line again, Lemieux, Lizotte, and Austin Wagner. I think anything to get Lizotte off the 2C is a good move. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of my thoughts. Like I said, the line combos, these are just what I'm thinking about. Hopefully that isn't going to be a thing, because there's going to be some moves in the next day or two. We'll see what happens. If any moves do happen, I will make videos on them. I might have to do it on break at work, because I am working all day tomorrow and not Monday, I guess. So stay tuned for that. And thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you can. And yeah, if you guys have any thoughts on kind of the long combos going forward, especially with Gabe Velarde, because he's kind of the wild card, I think, of where you're going to play him. Do you just throw him back into the second center role and try and have him just work out his troubles that he's had? Or is there a better way than just sticking him on the fourth line to ease him back in, maybe help him develop a little bit more to get back to being a true two center? So thank you guys again. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you after the next game, or if there's a big trade, which I do think is going to happen. So yeah, bye.